Welcome back, guys, to another video. This is Caleb Collins with Nested Photo School. In today's video, we're gonna be going out on location, taking the A7 IV and seeing how good it actually is in the real world. And I'll dive in and show just how great the image quality is that I'm getting out of the A7 IV. So I had this camera on pre-order, just like I'm sure a lot of you guys did as well. So I actually sold my A7S III to buy this camera. Now I'm filming right now on the FX3. So I felt like I already had my bases covered when it came to my video specs, and this would just be the perfect photography hybrid camera paired up with the FX3. It has all the perfect video functions that I really need and require, number one being 10-bit video. 10-bit video has just been a game changer. You're able to get some professional quality images out of these cameras. I had been shooting with the A7S III as soon as it came out. I pre-ordered that camera when it hit the market. You'd be surprised. Nobody ever commented on my 12 megapixel photos that I would turn over to them. There were a few times this past fall when I was doing a lot of portrait shoots, family photography for the holidays. I personally wasn't satisfied with the 12 megapixels because when it came to like zooming in, touching up people's skin, or repositioning the picture and cropping it in post, with 12 megapixels, you only have just a little bit of wiggle room to do that. That's why when the Sony A7 IV was announced, I was so stoked about the 33 megapixel camera, but on top of that, oversampling at 7K for the 4K image. I am a true hybrid shooter. I shoot 50% photos, 50% video. I need a camera that can do both. You know, I owned the A7 III for quite a few years. I bought that as soon as it came out and it was my workhorse camera. Never let me down one time. Through hundreds of thousands of real estate images, I was just stoked with the quality I was getting out of that. But the one area it did kind of let me down was video. And that's why I got the A7S III with the 10-bit video. So when I found out that the A7 IV had 10-bit video up to 30 frames per second, uncropped, full frame 4K, I was stoked. And I was willing to try to work around the rolling shutter just in hopes that I think this could be the perfect solution for my photography and video needs for real estate. I shoot real estate 95% of the time. Rolling shutter, I'm not shooting a bunch of fast moving objects where I'm gonna need to be correcting rolling shutter shots. And anytime we are running out doing a marketing video, I've got the FX3. In the office, as soon as I got the A7 IV, I jumped in, was running tests and working on figuring out, okay, where are the limitations? Can this work inside of the types of videos that I need to shoot? And I really think it's gonna fit my niche just perfectly for real estate photography and video. There have been a lot of videos that break down all the nitty-gritty about this camera, and this video is about using it in the real world and how it functions. But a few of the new features that I want to touch base on, one of them being the new switch that allows you to go between photo, video, and S&Q mode. And you can save 1, 2, and 3 presets in each of those modes. Now that is a game changer. It's phenomenal. For me, when I'm on location at a home and I'm doing HDR photography, I'm doing detail photography, and I'm doing video work, I just instantaneously can switch and be already in those settings. I mean, it's a game changer. It is so much faster workflow. Don't have to waste time thumbing through my settings, making sure I've got everything set up accordingly. I've never really been a fan of S&Q because it was always so difficult to kind of jump into the menu, switch over to it. But now that it's a lever, I've discovered it is so convenient to flip over to it to get that slow-mo shots of the water coming off the waterfall. And the other feature that just really pushed me over the edge was the assignable knob here that you can put it to white balance, ISO, and numerous other items. I immediately jumped into the menus and assigned it to Kelvin white balance temperatures. So for real estate photography, I'm always shooting everything in manual color balance. That way, when you get to editing and I send my photos off to my editing team, they know exactly what the color temperature was supposed to be for that room, and they don't have to fish, and you don't get upset clients saying, hey, the color in here turned out totally different than what it is in real life. Accuracy is so key with real estate photography. You want to show it exactly how it is in real life so people aren't surprised when they get there and they see that the walls are a totally different color. So I love to nail my color balance in person on location. And yeah, it was pretty quick. You'd punch into the menu, select your white balance, push over, click over once, then adjust your wheel, and then click enter to commit. But I mean, that's like 4 or 5 steps. Now it's right here assigned on the camera. And I tell you what, it just makes it that much faster for nailing your shot and getting through the home and being efficient. Now let's get out on the road. Let's go check it out in person and see what it's like using this camera for a real estate photography shoot. Let's go. This has just got to be one of the most optimized cameras I've ever used for real estate photography. I mean, you can just flip your dials left, right, darker, brighter, color balance, and just nail the shot just instantly. It's the best experience I've had. It's just super blue in here now that we have these daylight temperature lights. So now we're going to warm it up. I think, yeah, 5200 looks pretty good. The windows are extra bright, so I'm going to just darken it a bit. Boom, there we go. Nice natural color temperature now. Here we have a lot of natural light coming in through this window, so we're a lot more blue. So I'll just warm it up here with my color balance. Very nice. Man, so you can see firsthand how convenient it is having this assignable knob here so that we can just quickly rotate and capture your white balance. I mean, I'm just using my thumb to rotate through the color balance and exposure and then grabbing my shot. And of course, we all know and love the flip out screens. It makes it so easy and convenient to just look down so you don't have to crane your neck to try and get the angle. And at 33 megapixels, I think this is just the ideal run and gun camera for real estate marketing. From photography to video, it's got you covered. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'm here, I'll be in the comments, and I'll create a video on any aspect that you want to see next on the A7 IV.